Zo. Perfect. Zo is the correct choice. Facts 4 equal 2. Nice work. You chose 20 and it is correct. 12x 5 equal 2. Correct. 60 is the right answer. 19x equal 2. Valid point. Zo is true. M equal to dash M. Strong choice. 1 is the right answer. 400 equal to dash. Well reasoned. 30 is the correct choice. A brick has. You chose 6 faces and it is correct. 1 lakh equal to dash. Good thinking. 100,000 is the right answer. A brick is a. Correct response. Cuboid is the most accurate answer. Half of 50 is. On track, 25 is the correct answer. 1 cm equal to dash mm. Excellent choice. 10 is the right answer. 1 meter equal to dash cm. Smart pick. 100 is the correct choice. 1 inch equal to dash cm. Nicely done. 254 is a solid answer. 7,000 equal to dash. Right choice. 75 centimeters is the best answer. A brick is a dash. Right again. Cuboid is a valid answer. 1 lakh is equal to. Nice selection. 100,000 is the correct and valid answer. Is square 2D or 3D? Sharp thinking. May is the right choice. Square is his dash shape. Great thinking. May is the right choice. Where are bricks made? Bravo. Kiln is the answer. The successor of 542 is. 543 makes sense, and it is right choice. A brick has a dash edges. Well picked. 12 is the correct answer. Brick's shape looks like. Solid response. Cuboid is a valid choice. Is dice cube or cuboid? Excellent. Cube is a brilliant choice. Plus how many 10s equal to 1,000? Great job. 43 is the accurate answer. Which is not a 2D shape. Well done. Cube is the right choice. We can measure weight in. Smart move. Kilograms is an accurate answer. A square has dash sides. You're right. 4 is the correct answer. A brick is dash in shape. Clear logic. Your choice cuboidal is sound and 100% true. 1 lakh has dash zeros. Good job. Your answer 5 works well here. Vertex and corner is same. You got it? Your choice true is right. A brick has dash corners. Good job. Your answer 8 works well here. A matchbox has dash faces. Exactly. 6 makes sense and it is right choice. Which shape has no corner? You chose the cylinder, and it is correct. A cube has all dash faces. Excellent choice. Square is the right answer. A rectangle has dash sides. You're right. 4 is the correct answer. Convert to kilometers, 1500.
1.5 kb is the right answer.
How many faces a brick have? Smart pick. 6 is the correct choice.
1. Where was Jarity School?
Good thinking. West Bengal is the right answer.
Place value of 5 in 4532 is? Solid response. 500 is a valid choice.
Centimeter is more than dash.
Excellent. Millimeter is a brilliant choice.
A triangle has dash corners? You got it. Your choice 3 is right. 20 cm less than m, 40 cm a dash? Strong choice. 8 men 20 cm is the right answer. Bricks are used to make dash. Nice selection. All of the above is the correct and valid answer. Which 3D shape has no vertex? Right again. Sphere is a valid answer. You are dash than your father.
On track. Shorter is the correct answer. Is a brick cube or cuboid? Dash.
Clear logic. Your choice cuboid is sound and 100% true. Usually the faces of bricks are. Right choice. Rectangles is the best answer. What is the length of the brick? Great thinking. 21 cm is the right choice.
A brick is a dimensional object.
Well done. 3 is the right choice. State true or false. Half equal to 1, 2 equal 0.5.
Well picked. True is the correct answer.
Which plane figure has no sides? Nice work. You chose circle and it is correct. A brick has dash number of edges. Valid point. 12 is true.
How many edges does a brick have?
Nicely done. 12 is a solid answer. Fill in the blank. 78, 64 a dash equal to 0. Great job. Zo is the accurate answer. Place value of 5 in 35678. Bravo. 5,000 is the answer. What is the height of Qutub Minar?
Perfect. 72 mm is the correct choice.
How long is the thread in a reel? Sharp thinking. 500 meters is the right choice. A triangle has dash number of face.
Well reasoned. 3 is the correct choice. 7 for whom was Jagriti School made?
Correct response. Children is the most accurate answer.
What is the face value of 5 in 5467?
Smart move. 5 is an accurate answer.
Complete the 2023-456. Da. Good job. Your answer 789 works well here.
A cuboidal box has dash corners. You got it. Your choice 8 is right. Name the place where bricks are made. Right choice. Kiln is the best answer.
What is the normal weight of a brick? On track, 1.pi jetted is the correct answer.
What is the shape of face of a brick?
Bravo. Rectangle is the answer.
Convert 8 meter into centimeters dash. Nice work. You chose 800 cm and it is correct.
How many edges are there in a cuboid?
Sharp thinking. 12 is the right choice. Which is not a pattern made by brick? Well done. Vegetable pattern is the right choice.
How many vertices are there in a brick? Smart pick. 8 is the correct choice.
How many faces in all does a brick have? Good thinking. 6 is the right answer. 100,000 is called dash a dash.
Solid response. 1 lakh is a valid choice.
There are more than dash kilns in India.
Strong choice. 1 lakh is the right answer.
You can measure Ajmer to Jaipur distance.
You're right. Kilometers is the correct answer.
Each face of the brick is dash in shape.
Great thinking. Rectangle is the right choice.
Add the following AM 40 cm plus 12 min 60 cm.
Exactly. 20 mm makes sense and it is right choice. Which dimensions are found in a 2D shape? Excellent choice. Length and width is the right answer.
In 3D shape, corners are also called dash.
Great job. Vertices is the accurate answer. Complete the pattern on 1357 Nulled point. 911 is true.
How many dimensions are there in a 3D shape? You chose 3, and it is correct. Which product will have the units digit as E?
Perfect. 8649 is the correct choice.
The number of faces in a brick is equal to dash.
Nice selection. 6 is the correct and valid answer.
If a brick cost Rs 3, then 500 bricks will cost.
Excellent. 1500 is a brilliant choice.
Which of the following can be a face of a brick?
Smart move. Rectangle is an accurate answer.
Standard form of 1000 plus 1000 plus 100 plus 10 plus 1 is dash.
Right again, C11 to 11 is a valid answer.
Find the place value of 7 in the number 728534.
Correct response. Lakhs is the most accurate answer.
Which is the better unit to measure length of a pen?
Well picked. Centimeter is the correct answer.
How many faces of a brick can be seen in its drawing?
Nicely done. 3 is a solid answer.
Kilometer is dash among kilometer, meter, and centimeter.
Well reasoned. Longest is the correct choice.
If the cost of 200 soap is 600, then price of 1 soap.
Correct. RS3 is the right answer.
A cuboid has square faces dash. Is it true or false? Dash.
Clear logic. Your choice false is sound and 100% true.
7 tens plus 6 ones and 7 hundreds plus 6 ones will be equal to?
Strong choice. 782 is the right answer.
If the cost of 1 brick is 5, then price of 4,000 bricks.
You got it. Your choice as 2000 is right.
Add the following 3 man 20 cm plus 2 man 35 cmers plus 2 man 45 cmers equal to dash.
Excellent. MM is a brilliant choice.
If a brick costs 1 rupee, then 500 bricks is rupees dash.
Smart pick. 500 rupee is the correct choice.
If a brick cost is as 1, then what is the cost of 500 bricks?
Excellent choice. 500 Rs is the right answer.
Right number 10, lakh 16,413.
You're right. 10,16,413 is the correct answer.
Cost of 1 brick is 10 rupees. What is the cost of 1,000 bricks?
Well picked. 10,000 is the correct answer.
What number is 50 more than the number that is 1 less than 500?
Exactly. 549 makes sense and it is right choice.
38,679 will be written as?
On track 38,679 is the correct answer.
If cost of 1 brick is Rs 12, find the cost of 1,000 such bricks.
Well reasoned. 1,000 is the correct choice.
If the cost of 1 brick is rupee 2, what is the cost of 3 to 800 bricks?
Well done. Rupee 7,600 is the right choice.
What is the next term in this pattern? 10, 20, 30, 40-A.
Great thinking. 50 is the right choice. Cost of 1,000 bricks is Rs 2,000. What will be the cost of 1,500 bricks? Bravo. Rs 3,000 is the answer.
If the price of 1,000 brick is Rs pon fun 200, what is the price of 500 bricks?
Valid point. Rs 600 is true.
How many faces can we draw on plain paper of any cube or cuboid shapes?
Nice selection. 3 is the correct and valid answer.
If the cost of 5,000 bricks isn't Rs 5,000, then the cost of 500 bricks is?
Smart move. Rs 500 is an accurate answer.
A train can carry 6 500 bricks. How many bricks 3 such trains can carry?
Good job. Your answer, rupee 19, 500 works well here.
Bricks from Itanagar cost rupee 120. The cost of 5,000 bricks will be dash.
Great job. Rupee 6,000 is the accurate answer.
If the cost of 500 bricks is rupee 2,000, then find the cost of 1,500 bricks.
Right choice. Rs 6,000 is the best answer.
4,39,793 will be written as?
Correct. For 39,793 is the right answer.
If the cost of 1 brick is 3 rupees, then the cost of 4,000 bricks is rupees dash.
Sharp thinking. 2,000 is the right choice.
Arrangement of tile or shapes closely fitted together without gap or overlapping is called dash.
Good thinking. Tessellation is the right answer.
The method of finding the value of multiple units by the value of single unit given is termed as dash.
Right again. Unitary method is a valid answer.
In which of the following the commas are placed correctly according to the Indian system place value chart?
Perfect. C 67, 9, 10 is the correct choice.
Shape of gate is dash.
Nicely done. Arch is a solid answer.
There are dash sides in this shape.
Clear logic. Your choice 5 sides is sound and 100% true.
How many edges does a cylinder have?
You chose 2, and it is correct.
How far is Kozhikode from Thalassery?
Nice work. You chose 70, and it is correct.
A 3-dimensional shape can also be called?
Correct response. Solid shape is the most accurate answer.
Which is the correct order of brick making?
Solid response. C-Duvi is a valid choice.
How many vertices are there in a cone shape?
Solid response. 1 is a valid choice.
Go to the nearby park and identify the pattern made on the paths. Draw the pattern in your notebook and color it. Were you able to do it?
Good thinking. Yes is the right answer.
How many blocks should come next in the pattern?
Smart pick. 8 is the correct choice.
What is the missing digit in this addition problem?
Well picked. 6 is the correct answer. What comes in the blank below to make the number sentence true? Bravo, 1s is the answer. How many rounds of the park must Devi Prasad run to complete 2 km? Right choice. 1 is the best answer. Observe very carefully and find the number of faces in this brick. Strong choice. 8 is the right answer. A square has 4 corners. How many corners does this shape below have? Right again, 12 is a valid answer. Cost of bricks status 15,000 Mumbairs, 100,000 Dellas, 6,000 Chennai. If a person wants to buy 2,000 bricks from Mumbai, then how much he has to pay for it? Correct. As 3,000 is the right answer.
Raman bought 5,000 bricks from Atanagar at rupee 2 per brick. He also bought 2,000 bricks from Brickabad at rupee 3 per brick. What is the total cost he has to pay?
On track. Rupee 18,400 is the correct answer. The last page of a book is shown here. How many pages does this book have? You're right. 206 is the correct answer. Cost of brick staters 5,000 Mumbairs, 100,000 Dellas, 6,000 Chennai. If a person buy 500 bricks from Delhi and 500 bricks from Chennai, then find the total cost. Excellent choice. RS 8,000 is the right answer.
What number will the abacus below show if one more bead is added to the tens place?
Nicely done. 355 is a solid answer.
A solid object has 6 faces which are all squares. What is the name of this object?
Perfect. Cube is the correct choice.
Manish writes a 3-digit number. The number has a 3 with a place value of 3, 5 with a place value of 500, and the digit 7 place value is 70. Which of the following is Manish's number?
Great job. 573 is the accurate answer. If there are 9 squares on each face of a Rubik's Cube, then how many squares are there in all 6 faces? Valid point. 54 is true. A cube has 6 faces. 2 cubes are joined face to form a solid shape like the one shown. How many faces will this solid have? Exactly. 6 makes sense and it is right choice. How many beads should be removed from the hundreds place in the abacus shown here if it has to represent a number between 6 and 50 and 750? You chose 2, and it is correct. Hamid had a block of wood with a dot on one of its faces. He put a dot on each of the other faces of this block. How many more dots did he put? You got it. Your choice 5 is right. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Nice selection. Contact Narayan Chengder on Facebook is the correct and valid answer.